With 2019 just around the corner, it's the perfect time to check in on some of the best films currently streaming on Netflix. From classic comedies and old-fashioned film noir to modern science fiction and critically acclaimed dramas, these are 10 of the best movies streaming on Netflix to help kick off 2019 in fashion. Director Yorgos Lanthimos mastered the balance of absurdist humor and dystopian fiction in his 2015 film, The Lobster, starring Colin Farrell and Rachel Weisz. The film is set in a dystopian universe where single people are given just 45 days to find a romantic partner before being turned into animals. When David's wife leaves him for another man, he attempts to form a relationship in his hotel to avoid being turned into a lobster. When Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, and Egon Spengler are all forced out of their positions at Columbia University, the three men decide to start up a brand new business in the paranormal, Ghostbusters. Often considered one of the best comedies of all time, and renowned for its mixture of horror and comedy along with Bill Murray's deadpan delivery, Ghostbusters is a must-see for new and old fans alike. David Fincher's second feature film following Alien 3, Seven follows two detectives, veteran detective William Somerset and hotshot David Mills, as they investigate a series of murders inspired by the Seven Deadly Sins. As they begin to track down the serial killer behind these crimes, they'll have to deal with the reality of these murders, all while trying to hold on to their own sanity. Her is Spike Jonze's fourth feature film, and the first featuring his name as the sole screenwriting credit. It also happens to be one of the best films of 2013, a heartbreaking romance tinged with science fiction. The film follows Theodore Twombly, a man who finds himself in a relationship with the artificial intelligence system powering his computer, named Samantha. Perhaps best known as the film that helped to escalate the careers of both Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, Good Will Hunting follows Will Hunting, a young man with a genius-level IQ who works as a janitor at MIT. When a professor discovers him solving a difficult math problem, he decides to help Will by bailing him out of jail and linking him with therapist Sean Maguire, played here by Robin Williams. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind was advertised as a comedy, but it's more accurate to call it a romantic sci-fi drama. The film follows Joel, a troubled man who meets Clementine on a train from Montauk to Rockville Center, New York. The two find themselves connected to each other, and slowly they learn why. Having previously been in a relationship with each other, both used a controversial procedure to forget about each other after a relationship-destroying fight. The directorial debut of Tim Burton, Pee-wee's Big Adventure is the cinematic adaptation of Paul Rubens' famous stage show. The film follows Pee-wee Herman, a man-child whose prized possession, a tricked-out bicycle, is stolen by an unknown thief. Though the film is essentially a parody of bicycle thieves, the film's slapstick, anything-for-a-laugh attitude and Burton's vision behind the camera has helped make this a classic can't-miss comedy. Though ignored by American audiences at the time of its release, Orson Welles' film noir Touch of Evil has spent years earning the legacy it so obviously deserves. The film follows Miguel Vargas, who begins investigating a car bomb explosion on the American side of the Mexican border alongside police captain Hank Quinlan. Touch of Evil is most famous for its opening scene, which is often considered one of the best long takes in the history of cinema. Mel Brooks' film output is legendary, but it's easy to argue his best film is Blazing Saddles, a satire that takes the concept of the Great American West and rips it to shreds. The film follows railroad worker Bart, who stumbles into the position of the first black sheriff of Rockridge. While the people of Rockridge initially attack Bart for his skin color, they quickly realize only Bart and his new companion Waco the Kid can stop Rockridge from being demolished by a land developer. Adapted from the Cormac McCarthy novel of the same name, No Country for Old Men is often called one of the best films of its decade, and one of the many masterpieces crafted by the Coen brothers. The film follows Llewellyn Moss, a man who discovers a briefcase of money in the desert surrounded by dead men. When he takes the money, he finds himself tracked by Anton Chigurh, a hitman who is determined to kill Llewellyn to reclaim what he sees as his. If you like this guide, make sure to check out these other videos you might like and subscribe to Tech Junkie for brand new videos every day.